Welcome to Project Eden for Empyrion Galactic Survival, and we are starting on top of my capital vessel because what I've done since the end of the last video is returned to Manipu 4, which is the barren planet where I left this capital vessel. And what I want to do in this part is try and get these two ships back together so that we can move on to a new system, because I think we spent long enough in this area. One thing I did forget to do was to loot out the unfinished escape rocket, so I've just had to spend about an hour pulling out all the available power cells and anything else of value from there. Now, I did try and do a bit of a dock with the ship down on the ground, but it's not going to work simply because the ship's not flat. So what I'm going to be doing is we're going to try and do a mid-air docking. If this doesn't work, then we're going to have to go up into space. So we're going to have to be a little bit careful. In fact, we probably need to switch the power on back on again. Power's been off for a long time. So the first thing we're going to do is get into here. So we better probably have to put thrusters are probably off as well. Yeah. What I want to do is get high enough, but not so high. Level off completely, like that. Should be high enough. Hopefully the ship is going to behave itself. And then this is where it gets a little bit complicated, because we're going to need to take the MCR-N back to... Oops, turn the thrusters back on. What we're going to have to do is go and bring the Scar up and then maneuver it into position. But we won't be able to dock with the SV docked to the Scar, so the first thing we're going to have to do is flip them around a little bit. The next thing we're going to need to do is get over to here. Very complicated. I'm starting to feel that this is going to be the last time that the capital vessel is going to be actually down on the planet. I think it's time now to make it into an orbital ship, because I think that would make life a little bit easier. But of course, one thing we'll have to do is do a bit of rebuilding. And thrusters off. Get into here. Just get down over to here. Into here. Thrusters on. Now what we're going to have to do is kind of roughly dock above the ship so that we can do a manual transfer. I mean, this would be a lot easier in space. Oops. If we can... that be... back a bit. Oops, nope. I want to get as close as I can without actually docking. I think it might be too far back. I think that might be close enough. Well, we're going to find out. And the next thing we're going to have to do is go up and... Alright, the next thing we're going to need to do is get into the SV. And you back to the capital vessel. Maybe if we land this way, we gotta get between. We need to land. Yeah. We've now docked the SV. This is where it could go all very badly wrong. So we're now in the scar, and what we've got to do now is dock the scar properly to the back of the capital vessel. Those are on area visibility. What we're looking to do is level off. Of course, maneuvering with the ship is going to be fun. Nope. Of course, it's going to be counterintuitive as well. We've got the undercarriage started to lower then. Right, I think we've got a dock. Oops. We're going to get into the capital vessel. Oops. Ship isn't 100% flat. Now, the big question going to be is whether the capital vessel is going to have enough thrust to be able to maneuver with the ship. So, I think we have liftoff. I can't see a thing, but what we need to do now is, well, first thing I need to do is make sure we've got enough pentaxid. Yes, we have. Now we're going to be a very painful process getting up into orbit. Right, we're in space. We should get a little bit better maneuverability now. Oh, the next thing. Whoops. Next thing we need to do now is get into here. Not here, sorry, here. And away a little bit. We're going to search the system. Because where I want to go is the UCH hideout planet. Or sun, where it is, show a map. Where is it? It's just down there. Just a minute, I'm not the greatest. Right, we can lock that target. Because it's 20 light years away. To try and maneuver the ship. Oh, it's the other side of the planet. Great, thank you, game. Because we have to try and get rounds. And then I should drive off to try and ping out the seas around. I mean, there's some asteroids out there, but we're very vulnerable should the Xerax decide to attack. So I don't really want to risk it, to be honest. Gain speed. Right, we've got Time to move. Got a long-range probe there. So the ship is just so cumbersome. Communication satellite. What else is in this system? All we got is an asteroid field. Lock that target. Well, first thing what I want to do is in here, and we're gonna actually I think we'll just land here, stay here. If it's an asteroid field, would it be easier just to take the ship to the asteroid field, and then we can do any construction work? We're gonna go there. I know we could explore the satellites, but I think I'd rather we go to the UCH hideout asteroid field and see what is actually here. This is where we fly into a space battle or something like that. Wherever we're after is over there. It's 13 point something odd kilometers away, so we're just going to go over there and check it out. In fact, is there anything else in here? We've got aluminium asteroids. Now that could be useful for a reason which I'll explain once we get to wherever we're going. So here we are. We're just coming up on discovered the UCH hideout. You've discovered a new faction called UCH. I thought we were part of the UCH. So we're just going to go in here and see what all this is about. Got a lot of momentum. We can get in close. We may not have to do anything. So we can't dock. Oops. Okay, we're gonna have to kind of stay a little bit of a safe distance away. Turn thrusters off. We're off for oxygen. We're in space and I've forgotten all about that. Pick some oxygen up. Out the top door. Not expecting people to be hostile, but actually, this looks familiar. This looks like the building platform. But, oops. This is the building platform. If you ever do creative mode and want to build something in space, this is the platform that actually cannot access, belongs to another faction. Okay, you don't want to let me in. I don't really want to blow my way in. Well, it just seems to be the space station. I don't think there's anything here, is it? If any of you know, I was expecting a little bit more than this. This is definitely the space station that you can see here. Here's the building instructions for learning how to build. So that was a bit of a bust. Sorry about that. But it was good to know. Good to know. What I am going to do is we're going to move away from the space station. For some reason I've got a tag on an unfinished escape 20 light years away, which is interesting. Now I'm gonna get the question is, where are we gonna go next? I was hoping to make contact with the. Let's just see what we got here. K-type orange star, 20 mass sequence. Yeah. This is a hot system. Actually, we're deep inside of. We go to a hot system. Zenith B. Age, radius 8 age. Doesn't tell us anything about the planets. Yeah, I think we'll go to wherever this is. It says it's yeah, target 22 light years away, and we're. If I can find the marker. It's down there. What we'll do is we'll just have one ping out, see if we can find any asteroids. Nope. So what we're going to do is go here, and here we go. That's cool. I like that. Got a spy satellite over there. You know, get the ships into synchronization. And what type of system we're in. What we got here? Increased military, industry. We've got Sathium, 1 Sathium pentaxid, neodymium. What is this? This is Iowa sector. We got a few reasonably looking planets around here. It says there it's got wreckage, hot system. We got over here Xerix asteroid field heavily guarded. I'm looking partly for barren planets, but it's not really telling me at the moment. Medium hot system, wreckage. I kind of like this IOY2. We've got some asteroid fields here as well. I think what we're going to do is I'm going to leave the. Just level you off. Jump up. We're going to turn the power off. We're going to leave the ship. Yes, thank you, game. Another decompression. What we're going to do is we're going to go and check out a few things in this system using the Scar Raider. I should have come in the top one, shouldn't I? Through the hatch at the top there. So we're just going to break the connection. Got some weapons. Park alongside like this. Roof hatch. It's a double hatch. Oh, that's pretty cool. I wouldn't mind the. Question is, how am I going to get this overhang? I'm not going to be able to transfer the hover tank. We're going to have to operate without the hover tank. I need to fix that. So I've got a feeling in a couple of parts we're gonna be doing a little bit of rebuilding of the capital vessel. Come here and we're just dock here. I say I think leaving the capital vessel next to the sun would be the way forward, because it means that this is a relatively safe place. We can, and one of the advantages is that if push comes to shove, I can use the SV. It's too heavy to take off. Yeah, well, I'm a bit sure why. A little bit too heavy to take off, but thrusters off. Find the hatch in the top of here. There it is. Now the question is, where are we going? This asteroid claimed by a faction is considered an act of war, I think that is. I'm inclined. We got a trading station belonging to the faction based out of this sector. Well, that would be a 0 one there. We got a medium atmosphere class space orbit. This is Iowa 13. Industry rare, or we've got this over there belonging to the Xerox. What we're going to do is we're going to do a quick lightning visit to this place and find it. Now we may be flying into a hot zone, so we're going to be a little bit careful. What is the weapon situation? I think we've got enough here. We probably need to top the fuel up a bit. Don't really want to think about fuel when we're in. I mean, these ships are incredibly heavy on fuel. Also going through quite a lot of pentaxid as well. So we're going to need to keep stocking up on pentaxid. Here we are. What is here? Too much interference. Copper, silicon, magnesium, titanium. Not exactly what I'm looking for. And the question is it going to be worth fighting whatever's here? And we don't know whatever here actually is. If we can... No, I'm not getting a good vibe for this. Is that the asteroid field that way? I think we're just going to fly this way and take a look-see round and see what we can find. Let's just check this asteroid here first. I mean, all I want to do is give you guys a demonstration of the mining lasers on this ship, which we haven't used yet. I mean, that is the asteroid field over here. This is the outer area. But it's just a copper asteroid. Anyway, I think that would be good enough for whatever we want to do. Got the mining lasers deployed. We're just going to get in here. This ship's equipped with 4 mining lasers, so can be a bit. Oops, better turn the inertia drive on so we got stability. Mining with a capital vessel, it can be a little bit tricky to work out where you're actually hitting. Let's see, what the range is. You can see in the top left hand corner there. This is a very efficient way to mine. Let's make sure no one's getting too close. Not that we need a lot of copper, but this is just a demo of how efficient this is. Yeah, this is the way to mine resources. And I think that's probably enough of a demo. I would say the problem is gauging the distance for most efficient mining. Just like that. I think that's probably enough. I don't need a large quantities of copper. I'm very intrigued to see what's actually in here. And whatever that is, we could be running into trouble, but you never know. I mean, there should be there's too much interference. We're just going to fly into this area here just to see what is around. Ah, see, we found an asteroid buried inside now. So we're just going to go and check this out. Put the inertia drive back on. We got to navigate through the asteroids. Try and see what this actually is. Got a magnesium asteroid here. Naval shipyard. Okay, that is the basis for the actual flying drones there, and that's pretty heavily armed, so we're going to have to be a bit careful, but I wouldn't mind doing a little bit of a sneak pick up for this magnesium if we can. The giveaway is the fact, if you look at that, it says naval shipyard 100%, which means it's shielded. Problem with magnesium asteroids is actually trying to see where the magnesium actually is. Okay, we're a little bit too close. Time to go. Ah. Yeah, it would be nice to get that magnesium asteroid, but I'm not going to risk the ship. Plasma sentry. Right. Somebody's firing at us. We've taken a little bit of damage, but I'm not exactly sure. We turn around a little bit. Yeah. Wow. We've got a laser sentry. Yeah, let's just get out of the asteroid field. Find a nice target where we can go and visit. Here we are, we're breaking out of the asteroid field. Quite like Iowa 2 says there. I mean, we got some sathium, a little bit of promethium, 6 pentaxid on it. I think that's where we're going to go first. And up over here. Build up some speed. It's only 6.9 astronomical units away. And away we go. What we got here. Look at that. Promethium, pentaxid. Oh, this could be a nice system to go. If it's not too infested with the Xerax. I mean, we could go down on the planet straight away, but there's part of me that says let's just go check out the asteroids here. Say if we're not fully infested with Xerax, we could get a nice big pentaxid asteroid. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna fly around and see if we can get something that's a little bit closer. There's one 10 kilometers away there, so we're just going to fly in that direction. Turned out not to be a asteroid. What we've actually found is some wreckage from the SV1 and Caliber. So we're just go and take a quick look at this and see what this is. I'm not expecting that much in the way of interesting stuff. I don't know. It might be. Okay, let's just take a. Just gonna go and take a quick look at this ship. I can get up through the. What's it? It's. Got some container extensions in here. I'm not really. I've got a cargo box here with some stone dust in. Not really feeling it, to be honest. I think it's just some general bit of junk. Where is the... How do I get back into my ship? Right, we're gonna get back into the ship. There it is. There's the entrance just there. Kind of looking round to see if there's anything nearby. Let's have a look. Well, there we got that one there. So I think we're going to try one more asteroid, and then if nothing pans out, we'll go down on the planet. I would say that those are fixed bases, but we're just going to have to take a bit of a chance here. Okay, guys, I found this is what I'm really looking for. Is just here. This is a Prometheum asteroid. Now, this is certainly going to be worth mining out. Going to get in position if we can find the Prometheum. I mean, this. Well, be a bit careful because I think we've got hostiles coming in as well. So, yeah, we've got hostiles coming in. So, I'm assuming that we can't stay here too long. Okay. I think every troublemaker around is kind of coming towards us at the moment. Lost the asteroid as well. Probably. I'm not worried about whether if these are just drones. I'm not too worried, but if they're anything else, so I think it's time to head for the planet and just let the opposition kind of calm down a little bit. I think all these ones with exclamation marks are actually drones and stuff like that. So let's head for IWO 2. I mean, it'd be fun fighting a lot of these drones, but the problem is, if you get into a space battle against drones, especially large quantities of drones, you end up expending a lot of ammunition for very little return because you can't get out and loot them because you're under almost constant attack. Oops. There's not that much value in fighting space battles unless you're really after the large capital vessels, but I still don't really feel that I'm in a good position to actually take those on. Look at that, I'm all spread out, but we're rapidly approaching the planet. So here we are, we're just about to break through the atmosphere, turn on the inertia drives. break through the atmosphere. Just about transition. We are here. Got a couple of things over there. We got here. Got 82 pentaxid. Some neodymium could be nice. 24 promethium. And we've got a black desert. Interesting. I think just to finish off, I'm just going to go and find out what's over there, and then that will be it for the video. I found a very small pentaxid. The mining drones there. I think these ships actually firing at the crystals, not the drones themselves. Wait, let's cut it out. Stop wasting my ammunition. Right, we're just going to find out what these are, and then that will be it. If there's something of interest that's going to be worth taking down, we're certainly going to be investigating them. A little bit worried about the lightning though. So we'll start with this one over here. I think we're on another void planet, aren't we? Okay. Yeah, that's a tower. Some rocket drone there. There's something over here. I'll take void docks, but I don't really want to spend time on doing more void POIs, the ones we've just been doing. Something's starting to tell me that maybe we need to leave this area and try and get into another sector. Yeah, these are just towers. Nothing particularly brilliant. I mean, I wouldn't mind the resources, but I think this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. Opinions, do you think I want to stay and completely explore this planet and this system, or maybe is it time to rebuild the capital vessel and then move on to see if we can find something that's a bit more interesting? Because I certainly would like to find a pyramid. But until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.